Well, I've managed to get up for 6 o'clock. As you say, I've got the normal ritual of the cup of coffee on. I've got army clean clothes on. Had a bit of a scrub up, baby wipe scrub up. Best I can do in the circumstances till I can get to a campsite. But alright, oh, let's get a good day in the day. Let's get a canny bit of a crack off. My feet's feeling alright, everything's feeling alright. Let's get going as quick as possible. Yeah, on day 3. And look at this. I've walked about 100 yards up the path and I found this. Not a bad little spot. And there was a water source just above where I camped. And I hadn't realised. Never mind. Didn't need I had plenty of water anyway, but it's always handy. It just shows that if you walk a little bit further, you get the views down to the loch, the sunrise coming up. Up, big trip there. Aye. Just a little bit further along the trail. But you just didn't know when to stop there. I could have walked past that pitch yesterday and not found this, so anyway, let's go on the day. Day 3. Let's get a crack off. Not sure what this is like. This is a bit of an odd thing. It's got electricity to it. And it's got like a mosquito sort of type thing on it. Maybe it's a bee or a wasp. I can't see anything. I wonder if it's like a deterrent for midges. Can't see how like, but yeah. It's got electricity to it. It's weird. But I have some decent little camp spots in this bit of the forest for anybody who's doing it, between Invermorriston and Fort Augustus. Quite a few decent clearings. I always got to know these things because some of the bits of forest I've walked through, you could walk for miles and you would never find a pitch because the sides are that steep and rough. A bit like this, you see. I mean, I suppose at a push you get across there on the left, but it wouldn't be the best of pitches. But just generally, this has probably been the best stretch so far for pitches in the wood. Still in the woods, mind you, but that's I'm not going to cast any judgment on the route because I haven't done the high route, and I think the high route would be a lot nicer than this. This is nice enough when you look at it. You know, it's better than walking down Gates at High Street. You know, it's better than a lot of the places back where I live. So, well, now it's been quite good. Just a bit foresty. Let's just say that there. There's like a sort of early morning cruise sort of type pleasure boat, maybe. Oh, it's like a mill pond. The loch this morning. Absolutely gorgeous. This is what definitely perks you up. Like when you get these views, this is the sort of stuff you want when you're on a long distance trail. Like this is just beautiful. This fantastic, just amazing. Ooh, these are big trees. Whoa, huge. Yeah, tricking me neck. There's a this is coming down to Fort Augustus. Trying to find the facilities and what have you. Nice little looking place, like. I think the route gets a bit easier, well, less hilly. I think I would imagine it's going to go hitting on the Caledonian Canal shortly. This way at the centre of the village, I think. There's some more Great Glen Ways in this way. Fort Augustus. Just got a bottle of water and pie, a couple of pies. They're expensive, like, but I don't mind. And this is some locks. This must be the lock that takes you from Loch Ness onto the Caledonian Canal. So this is a bit more interesting. I'm liking the look of this. Nice place, this, eh? Got a springy step. Feet's not feeling too bad. Oh, it's a nice place. So that's the boats waiting to go down a couple of locks. Must be 1, 2, 3, 4 locks, maybe it's 5. Taking them down to Loch Ness. Looks brilliant. I've just been looking at the hire companies. They've got a little boat, and there's Carey Cruisers. I think I'm going to have a look and see how much these ought to hire when I get back. Leaky lock sides here. I don't know if that's meant to leak through here. I don't know. The sluice gates must be open. The paddles are open, so this is filling up. Yeah, that one's going to go on doing this one's filling up to let these next ones in, I would imagine. I don't know how much you would. Well, I should know loads about canal boats and things like that because I spent a canny bit of me time off when I got made redundant watching canal boat videos. That was my dream, to get a canal boat, retire and go and live on one. I'm back in gainful employment now. That's looking back. Yeah. So we're open. I've just bought a litre and a half of water. We're up onto the Caledonian Canal now. I'm not, strictly speaking, I don't think I'm meant to drink canal water. Maybe already filtered. This next bit should be flat as a pancake. I'll get some miles cracked off the day. No, I've been before, but this reminds me of them French, Dutch, German sort of foreign canals. The other ones where they've got the big boats on, the big ships and that. I think Rick Stein once did a cookery show where he went sailing through France on a boat on these canal things, and he stopped at several places and cooked a few things. This is what it reminds us of. Here's one of the Leadwood boats, hire cruiser, big fly bridge on the top there. You've got the mountain bikes on the front. It just looks crackingly like a caravan on water. Oh, definitely looking into it. Well, mind you, seeing that, Loch Ness can get pretty rough though, right? Like, it's got its own, I'm not sure if it's not the horror in a lie, it's got a lifeboat station in case anybody hits it in the bottom, because it can get rough if the wind's blowing the right direction and the weather's the wrong way. Aye, but it looks very relaxing. That really relaxing. I could fancy that. There's a river there on that side, and there's a Caledonian Canal on that side. I think that's the River Oik, because I think we're heading towards Loch Oik, and then Loch Lochy, which is a strange name. It sounds like it's the most lockiest of lochs. It's like boaty mark boat face, but the loch equivalent. That's what gone through my mind anyway. The most lockiest of lochs. Loch Lochy. This might be the end of the stretch of this bit of canal. Not sure if that's a navy boat they've got there. They've still got uniforms on, like. Ah, it is a navy boat. Must be on holiday or something. I should be filming a navy boat. That's tough. We're getting filmed. But anyway, this must be the start of Loch Ike, I'm guessing. British anyway, Royal Navy. Biter. It's called Biter. Notice it's like a sea cadet sort of thing, you know. P270. There's a few more. Just came down the loch, so it just shows you how deep this must be and how wide the locks are. It's quite a small vessel really compared to the ones that I saw on my first year, that big ship thing. Not sure where I filmed that or not. No, my mistake again. It's still canal. It was just one lock. I was just raised a few feet. Still canal. I wish I had the skills to skitter a yacht. I would love to do that. Imagine coming through this from like Fort William up the west coast of Scotland, through here and then up towards Aberdeen, that Peterhead, and round the top of Scotland and back down the other side, right way around the country. I watched the Salem Brothers. That's a good video channel. Much better than his away camping crap. Salem Brothers, check them out. Really good. That's a nice shot, that, like. Probably looking at about part of a millionaire, like. So there's the River Ike. I'm not sure if that's the lock there opening up. Oh yeah. I think it could be, that could be the... And this has put a bit of a dampener on it. A little bit. I didn't want to get into Invergary, but I've got to, because that side of the lock, which I thought I was going to be on, is closed off for timber forest harvesting. So the diversion on, which is this way, which is a bit further, it's going to be back in the forest and it's going to be hillier. So what was, when I was back at Fort Augustus, there was a sign there, 34 mile Great Glen Way, 34 mile to Fort William. This is going to put in a few mile on that, like. So I'm having a hard day tomorrow. Never mind. Oh, nice little bit here. Fill your water bottles up. Had a good drink and I've filled another bottle up. Oh, so I've got plenty of water to be gone now with. Onwards to Invergary. On my lunch break when I find a bench, which I'm hoping is going to be very short. Well, I said I would stop at 12 mile or 12 o'clock, whichever came first when I found somewhere to sit. I couldn't find any benches to sit on, so I'm on this pile of logs. Quite comfortable. So I've getting 13 mile done. So that's a good indication of why you should start early. I've got the lion's share of the day done, to be honest. Like, I had to take a bit of a diversion in Invergary, which I didn't want to, but I think that's probably add an extra 3 mile on. So my aim today is 23 miles, so I want to try and get another 10 mile done. I'll have my lunch break here and then crack on, get through Invergary, and then see what happens then. The timber harvesting across there, so that's why you can't walk across that side of the Loch Ike, I believe. So I'm just here next to the some kind of electricity site, I think. A lot of water stuff around here, like water harvesting and stuff like that. You wouldn't think so. They've got Loch Ness right next to the Loch Ike and Loch Lochy and loads of water harvesting places. So anyway, I'll stop rabbiting on and I'll have my lunch next to the logs. Just coming into Invergary, I think. Aye, Invergary. Seems very much like Invermorrison did. Small place with little quaint buildings and nice new ones to try and... Now I'm hoping I haven't got to climb more. I hope I haven't got to climb miles back out of Invergary to get back on the track. I hope it just heads down to Loch Side and off we'll go. Complete the rest of Loch Ike and then head down to the more Caledonian Canal. Then there's I'm planning on getting halfway down Loch Lochy tonight if possible. That leaves us one strip to do tomorrow of about 18 mile. Get up early, get it done. 4 days. Oh, now you can see the wind form there. I agree with trying to make a green energy like, but I think there's places you can have them, there's places you shouldn't have them, like in the Highlands of Scotland is, I don't know, controversial, that. Oh, pushed. Oh, 16 mile. And you probably tell by the state of my face, I'm absolutely knackered. Been a hard day so far, and it's only, time's it? It's only 1:30. Oh, there's a lovely breeze there though. You'll probably hear it in the camera. Oh, it's lovely, it's the first breeze we've had since I started. Here we are at the, oh, I don't know if this would be a lift bridge or a swing bridge, couldn't tell you. And that must be Loch right up that way. And I think this could be coming to the Caledonian Canal if there's a loch somewhere. Can't see a loch mind you, but canny views. Must be a lift bridge. Lagan Bridge. That's where that new Lagan Bridge. Oh, it's quite nice walking. Canal down there. And this track here and the trees in the shade. Oh, it's not bad. So, just seen some signs. I need to get to about 22-23 mile today. That'll leave us about 19-20 for tomorrow. Get up early, get it done. I think tomorrow night, well, I'll have to spend the night at Glen Nevis campsite. The only way around that is try and wild camp not far from Fort William and then walk in tomorrow, so that would technically make it 5 days. I don't know if I can live with that. It's a puzzler. I mean, if I find a nice little spot a mile from Fort William, I'm going to call it, that's it, done. 4 days. But I've got to get, to Fort William, to the finishing place thing, really. I'll blow a bottle of wine for tonight, but I don't think I'm going to get a one unless we find something up ahead. I'm really dying for a couple of bottles of sports energy drink, like what's it called, electrolyte stuff. That could really, maybe that 2 cool ones of them and a pint of Guinness. And I think there's a boat somewhere down here, sells beer, this mythical boat, what I've been thinking about for since day one. I've not found it yet. In fact, I haven't even really come across any pubs. I've not had a pint yet. I've not bought any wine. I've just had to do with the little tipples of whiskey and rum that I brought with us. I've only got one little tipple left of rum, no whiskey, sorry, because I had a double dose last night because I was terrified when that stag made an appearance, so I had a bit more than I should have had. I should have saved that for today for the final push, but never mind. It is what it is. Stop for a couple of pints, charge the batteries on this. Got talking, been here far too long. That's it. It's called the Eagle. What's it called? The Eagle Barge. You can sit on top. I sat doing a little terrace at the bottom there. But fantastic little pub, lovely inside as well. Imagine it being nice on a winter's night. Wood burning stove, lovely, really good to see. And this here's Lagan Locks. There's somebody with a boat. And little lagging locks. I just thought I need to be across the other side of there. Not sure. Will I be able to get across the lock gates maybe? We'll see. A couple hours time to getting in the lift after B&B at Invergarry. I'm one of the losers in life. I'm heading this way on foot to find a camp spot in the woods. Across the lock gates. First time I've walked across a lock gate in my life. This is a new experience for us. Mile. So that down there is Loch Lockie, the most lockiest of locks. That's nice across there, isn't it? Them crags and that. A couple of big gouges at the hillside there. And what's caused that in years? Landslides, water. We're heading to another diversion now, I think. I got yakking to some people in the pub and they tell us there's another diversion up here. Who knows where they'll end up tonight. Catch this one this time, eh? There's normally two of them. At least I saw them this time. Yeah, well, there's another one there. Wow, the speed of that one. Look at that. Eurofighters? Well, I just made that up as well. It's good to see that, you know. There we go. Whoa, look at that. Any plane spotters? Put them in the comments down below. There'll be another one lately. Yeah, we're gone. Whoa. Is there another? No, that's it. But it's good fun flying one of them. I didn't think they would let me loose on one. What's this? That trail here anyway? The Caledonia Way. So that's another one. There's all kinds of ways. Talking of ways, the way has been well signposted up to now, mind. So taking that couple back there, they did the West Highland Way last year, and they said they should have done this one first. Maybe, I don't know what reason, but the bloke was his 70th birthday on the day they finished, so good on them, mind. They're being paid like, but they're talking about carrying that camping gear. I said no, I'll tell them not to. I said, it's heavy, man, don't bother. I'll just take us some tight. Believe me, if I had the money I'd be in bed and breakfast and all. I say so, when you're having your tea tonight, I'll be thinking about me and me midge infested forest, and I'll think about you who's tucking into your, I don't know, steak and chips or whatever, or fish and chips and a couple of pints by the fire. Yeah, you want to be camping, eh? That'll be right. Right, let's get on with this because I've got work to do. Yeah, there was a couple came at the pub, probably in their 40s, and the lady who was there was absolutely knackered. She got in the pub and got halfway down the stairs when we walked into the boat, and she sat on the stairs and she couldn't get any further. I had to say, excuse me, I need to go for a pint. So they were like ahead of me, and I thought, you know what, she's really struggling. Like, she was really struggling last leg. Even if I find a lovely camp spot and I get there before them, I'm just going to continue. I'm going to let them have it. I've just walked past the poor lass and she's just absolutely crippled. You can tell. And they've just passed a lovely spot. He just got there in time, in fact. so I didn't have to walk past it. He beat us to it. It's all fair and square. But when you do these walks, if you've not done one before, you're carrying all this gear at it, and you're not used to it, I'd definitely advise getting out, just doing a few mile with a weight on your back. Then if you're planning on doing a walk in so many days, 6 days, 5 days, 4 days, whatever, you've got to split that up into chunks. So it's going to be, for like an 80 miler, you're looking at 20 mile a day. If some days you didn't get to 20 mile, you've got to catch that up somewhere with a longer day the next day, or possibly the day after. So it's worth thinking about before you give these things a go. And I found this walk, I was thinking this is going to be a doddle, this, like. I put a comment on my Instagram. Well, just a walk along a valley. That's all it is. Big valley. But no, it's been difficult. Like, been not difficult, but 4 days it was a bit of a keep on going sort of thing. Like, there's been a lot of ups and downs. But anyway, we're looking for a camp spot now. I'll get one. I've had a couple of pints of Guinness. I could have stayed there all night. If I'd been 3 mile further on, and there would have been camping spots nearby, I'd still be in there now drinking Guinness, having the right old session on the Guinness. But no, I would have left us more to do tomorrow. So got to get this cracked off tonight. That's almost certainly Ben Nevis straight in front of there. I'll put money on it. Well, this is home for tonight. It's getting on now. 6 o'clock. I've had enough. I've done 23 mile. I can't fight anywhere better than this. And I'm not going any further because I'm not. It's just not happening. So this is home for tonight. Lovely bench to sit on. Put the other than my bottle away. Never mind. I've got these views anyway, and I've still got a little nip of whiskey. It's just all I need. Up tomorrow, sharp and away. I took a turn for the worst. Obviously I'm on rocky ground, but pebbly ground, like a picnic area, high up in the hills. And it started lashing during thunder and lightning. The tent was nearly taken off because it's not pegged out. It's passing now, like. Ooh. I had to hang on to the tent, with my hand through the Chinese hat. Terrifying. Scattered my finger. I was boiling my tea at the time, trying to pour hot water in while the tent was trying to take off. But it's passing now, like, I'm glad to say. I think I've survived. If you didn't see this video, you know I haven't survived. Bit of map time here. I'm not sure how you guys see this, but I've got a bit of a pointer. I've got my spoon as a pointer of the day. So the day was set off this morning from just here. And I thought I went past the campsite thing last night, but I hadn't. So that's where I started, just before the campsite turn off. Came around here, through the woods, more and more woods, because you know I like woods on this channel. And then ended up in a little pretty place called Fort Augustus about 9 o'clock this morning, which wasn't the best time to get there because there was a lovely looking chip shop there, which I couldn't go to obviously. So I went to like a co-op style shop and I got a couple of pies and a bottle of water. And then after Fort Augustus I ended up on sorry about the shakiness and that things. Right, I ended up on that Fort Augustus. Got on the canal for the first time and I really enjoyed that, walking along the past Kitera Locks, and I was really looking forward to coming along this easy bit here along Loch Oik. But there was a twist in the tail. Along here there's forestry work going on, so you actually had to take the Invergary loop, which was up and down and back around, out of it again, and I ended up Lagan Locks at a pub. That's where I had me 2 pints of Guinness, and I really enjoyed them. I could have sat there all night, But that was through woods again, so I was put back into the woods, but just as well, because this path here may have been, I mean, it might have baked in the sun, I'm not too sure. But it would be nice to come back and do that site someday, because it did look nice. I really did enjoy that bit of the Caledonian Canal. I'm looking forward to the bit tomorrow. So we ended up at Lager Locks, as I say, the pub. And then we came around here. There was another bit of a diversion here, where instead of going along the bottom, there's a hydroelectric scheme here, so you actually take this black path up here. And I think I'm now here at Glasschow. I think that's where I am now, as opposed to down here. There used to be a trailblazer site there where you could camp, but I'm above it now. So tomorrow I've got 1, 2, that's 3 kilometres, and we're on to the last bit, which I think will be about, I think I have about 19 mile left. So when we come along the rest of Loch Lochy, and I'm looking forward to it, we'll show you that route tomorrow. Whew. The rain's eased off a bit, and I'm glad that thunder's away. I was terrified. Right, that's it for tonight. I'm going to try and conserve battery. It's a new camera, I haven't got any spare batteries yet. So we'll make this short and sweet. 23 mile, done. 18 left to do tomorrow. I'll be filming quite sparsely tomorrow. Try and make the battery last. So it's good night from Legs of Steel Productions, and we'll see you in the morning. Good night now.